So let me put it on recording. All right. So the journey started in 2022 when two guys came in to share the information about Kangen water, and we're so amazed to see that. So these good news are actually we have water have all these uh, nutrient that is beneficial to the human body. So it becomes something that you have to let's go through it. Let's start drinking and see the difference. And we see a lot of differences. And since then, we started recommending, and that was what brought the company to come into Nigeria market. And 2023, the company set up in May, and today we have Energic International office, one of its kind, only in Nigeria, in the whole Africa, because it's over 10 years that this company be trying to enter Nigeria or African market through Nigerian market, but they couldn't get a right partners, those who can ready to move the market, because any country this company coming to, they're only looking for 1%, because the reason for that is because their product is high ticket product. So thank God that we are able to get access to this, and to the glory of God, successfully, we have helped so many people, so many families to get access to Kangen machine, and they are actually enjoy good health. So this evening, I'm going to also do the same thing by sharing this information with you. So I'm so happy that you are joining us. Other people will be joining where we are going. I don't want to keep anybody within. Our meetings program for 8 p.m. So I don't want to keep you waiting at the behind there. So you're highly welcome. So like I said, my name is Adi Emifa Committee, 6A distributors of Energic International. So Energic is a Japanese company. For over 51 years now, this technology company is been up and running, producing Kangen machine. And Kangen machine is an ionized machine. As long as you have water in your building, you need Kangen machine in your home. As long as you drink water every day, you need Kangen machine in your home, either in your home or in your offices. You need to change your water to Kangen water. And that's the reason is why we are here this evening, so that we can share this information to you, and also how you can also have your own Kangen machine. Now, Kangen machine is an ionized machine. It helps to convert your building water. You know, your water could be government supply, could be borehole, or could be well. Any of any of that Kangen machine could come in, but we are going to do basic tests, primary tests, to check, one, the mineral in the water, to also check the pH of the water. Once it meets all the, prerequisite of what the machine needs, then we ask you to place order for your machine. Then you can enjoy your Kangen machine. And also, the whole thing actually burst out in 50 when group of Japanese doctors go into a research over spring water. No, spring water actually is a natural water from the rock, from top of the rock that hit the down of the rock. This group of Japanese actually knew that, or discovered that, most people that have access to spring water saying one thing, that the water heals the body system. So that was the reason, the basis why they had to go through this research. And they actually collect water in 5 different locations, which we're going to show you tonight. And they discovered that the water that was collected in 5 locations, 5 continents, okay, the whole water, after passing through or taking it through the lab, they all have same property that make the differences between regular water and the spring water. And we all know that even in Nigeria, we also have spring water. We have so many locations. Like I'm from Ekiti, we have the Kogosi. We have the Kogosi. In Osun State, we have Erinjesha waterfall. In fact, in Erinjesha, it's about 7 layers of the water, of the rock, are having the water, which people go there for vacation or for recreations and all that. In Jos, we have the largest of it in Jos, where I think it's UAC Food that partner with Swam and produce Swam water from there. But the challenges with that water is the storage. Like in Kogosi, it also was produced Gozi water, and the storage now is a problem, which we are going to share the knowledge to us tonight. So when they discover that differences in spring water, they also look at it, okay, how can they use a technology to replicate this water so that it can give us this same kind of a nutrient that is present in the spring? And they discovered there is a rock called titanium gemstone, which is found in the soil. Under gems, we have ruby, we have sapphire, we have gold, we have diamond, and so on. So gemstone called titanium or platinum titanium, using it to make a plate, when water passes through with electric shock on it, this water will be separated into two parts, positive electron and negative electron. So the upper one, which is negative, they take it to the lab, they discovered that it had the same property, even more than the one in the spring. And that was when they concluded in this technology in 1974. Okay, so let's quickly run through the slide so that we can have more knowledge about it. So first, discover Kangen water. All right, I'll be skipping some things. I don't want to waste our time. Now, illness and wellness continuums. Here he's talking about our lifestyle. Our lifestyle will determine our health, what it will be, because we are actually responsible to our own personal health. Your doctor is not responsible for your health, because being healthy has to do with your lifestyle. One, the environment you live, the kind of water you drink, the kind of food you eat, the kind of oxygen you breathe. How do you help your physical activities? Okay, all these comprises, and it will determine whether you'll be healthy or you'll be having sicknesses in your body system. Okay. Now, if your intake of food in terms of eating and water is your food based on carbohydrate, and your water is not giving you the right kind of water, you're going to build what we call acid in your tissues. And acid tissues will lead to sicknesses in the longer run. But if you are closer to nature, you eat food that is based on carbohydrate diet, you are always on diet, you take your vegetables, your fruit, and so on and so forth, and get quality, healthy water, then you're going to build a kind of alkaline bodies, which will thanks towards health, good health, which primarily is not actually possible, because why? Even a farmer use a lot of chemicals to use for most farm produce or food produce that we're taking in our home. So basically, it's not actually easy to get your food to become natural. Like even the world that we find ourselves today, that GMO becomes order of the day. So we need to check what you can get from having your water being ionized. Now, what you drink matters, and what you eat matters to your health. Not all water are created equally. So we are going to bust down our presentation basically on water, because what our company produces is called Kangen machine that helps to give you healthy water. All right. So now, but let's look at the regular water that we have in our environment. Most water are put in a PET bottle, which makes us access faster to the water so that we can enjoy it. But the problem with this water is, one, whether it is spring water that you bottle or it is water that you produce by yourself through filtrations and all that, the problem is plastic that we want to draw your attention towards it. Now, you see, this plastic is made with a chemical called bisphenol. Bisphenol is used to preserve the plastics and is very, very hazardous or very dangerous to human consumption. So if your water stays in this bottle, for example, from production state to the consumer state, from the time that you open that bottle, the water will have sit in this bottle for minimum of 1 month, 2 months, 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6, 7, 8 months. And that long durations will have made this chemical to leach into this water and makes it no longer, healthy for our body consumptions. All right. And bisphenol is actually responsible for disease, both adult and children. So we need to stay away from drinking water from these plastics. Another thing is, water is not meant to be stored. Water is meant to collect fresh and drink fresh, because human body is made up of 70% of water. So water is an essential element that we can't do without it on daily basis. We need it to transport nutrient to the cell. We need it for energy. We need it for movement and everything we are doing. Okay. So, but the water must not have this kind of chemicals, filtrations or storage systems and all that. Should be fresh. That's why you see our fathers who have access to, natural streams water from villages and putting the water into the mud pot without having access to chemicals, filtrations, no chlorine. You see them, they don't have issue with their organs. But from years when we started having water in these plastics, you see a whole lot of people are having serious challenges with their health. So we need to stop this. And to do that, you need the product that we are going to present to you this evening. Now, better health starts with better water. Let's see if Kangen water could represent that. Now, here is the history of Energic International. You can do a lot of research about this company. It's a 51 years old company. When Kangen machine was concluded in 1974, which made it 51 years as at this year, and it was a bigger version of the machine, which were directly produced and supplied to hospitals in Japan. For good 20 years, Kangen machine were only used in hospitals in Japan until 1994, when the company now produced a smaller model of the machine that produced the same kind of quality water, like the bigger size, but very easy to use, okay, and very easy to install, which is called Level Look SD501, was produced in 1994, which make it 31 years to date. All right. So even as at then, it was distributing only in Japan until 2003. Distribution entered New York. From New York, a lot of doctors started writing, using the water to treat a lot of sicknesses, cancer disease, diabetics, hypertension, and so on and so forth. Then they started putting it into a news, and the company now blew up and made them to have branches in so many countries that you are seeing on the world map today. So presently, Energy run businesses in 25 countries. We got in at 24. Another country came in, which is, I think, is in the Middle East, one of the countries in the Middle East, Turkey. All right. So presently, we have 42 location branches, which Nigeria is only one branch in the whole Africa. So any other African countries order machine from Nigeria or order from France. Okay. So let's continue. Here is the location where this group of Japanese doctors collect water. You can see Lude, France. I was presenting to a family sometimes, I think about last month. The woman said he knew this Lude, France. Said he knew the place. I said, good. So you can see a lot of people queuing up to get this natural water. All right. And you can see Indian and so on and so forth. So what is present there is called active hydrogen, because the leading doctor called Dr. Shinikata Shiriakta discovered that in the all 5 locations, including Saudi Arabia, which they call it Samsam water, those people that go for Humura or Arch, they usually access this water. Now, the all 5 locations show the same property, which is called active hydrogen. So if the water you consume on a daily basis has active hydrogen, it's going to have 3 properties that we are going to base our presentation on tonight, which is 1, antioxidant, 2, anti-aging, 3, negative ORP. Negative ORP means oxidation reduction potential. So it's going to be negative. But this ORP text, if you carry out in regular water, it's going to be positive. And the meaning of that is oxidation is present in the regular water, while in spring water and also in Kangen water, which is a replicate of the spring, okay, is going to be what? Negative, meaning oxidation is not present. And that will make the water to become automatic antioxidant, which the body needs on daily basis. So Kangen machine was produced in 1974, and the one that comes in the upper side of the machine, which is called Kangen water, is actually filled with active hydrogen. And here is the owner of the company, Mr. Ironori Oshiro. Is this year made him, he celebrated the month of March, 84 years old, and very energetic, and he's been drinking water that is rich in active hydrogen since 1974 with the wife. So Energic is a Japanese company that manufacture medical grade Kangen water machine, which provide healthy and therapeutic water for homes and office use. So many office too can also install Kangen machine, which I've already installed in so many hospitals and also so many offices and so many thousands of homes and within Nigeria's and also the other part of Africa. Now, Kangen is simply means, though Kangen is a word in Japan and it means in English return to origin. So simply means change your water to Kangen water and begin to return to a natural water that heals the body system. Now, this is the machine. Level Look SA501 that was produced in 94, which is 31 years old. Okay. Very easy to operate and is a smart machine. It talks. Whatever you need, whatever you press, the machine will tell you, and you can also see written on the screen. But I like to bring also a notice. This black cover you are seeing, we have a filter there, and that filter is called anti-chlorine filter, antibacterial filter. The meaning of that is because it is possible for you to have your building water that go through filtration systems, to improve the pH of the water, you treat your water before supplying. As a matter of fact, water that when you dig a borehole in your building, you immediately before you supply the water into your building, first you need to take that water for lab analysis to check every minerals that is present and also to check the pH of the water. I was presenting to a group of landlords in one estate, I think about 3 weeks ago, and I was telling them that, sir, do you know that it's actually possible for the health you are going through right now and your family is as a result of the water in your building? Because government are the one responsible for water supply to the citizen. But you see, our Nigerian government are not giving us even ordinary water. And that's why you see a lot of people just build a building and dug borehole. And once they see clean water, they supply it to the building and started using it. And they say they are not bathing. I mean, they are not drinking the water. But who told you that you are not drinking? In as much as you are bathing with that water, in as much as you are cooking with that water, indirectly you are drinking the water. So gradually your body begins to, reflect to it in a longer years once you have been drinking it. So the mineral content in water is very, very important that you need to check the measure ratio of the mineral content in the water. These are the things that we do before we allow the water to go through. So if your water go through filtration systems, this machine has antibacterial filter to make it natural, to remove all the chlorine and all the bacteria, to make the water natural for safe to be drinking or for cooking. Now, after then, the water will now go through the main cabinet, which is the ionization will now happen. That filter is the only thing from this machine that will be changing from time to time. For SA501, after 24,000 liters, that is when you demand for change. In a family, it might take you 3 years before you can come back to buy the filter, order from the filter from the office in our Adeni Joe's office, and change it with 1 minute, and you start another process of cycling of 24,000 liters again. All right, so Kangen machine, Level Look SA501 produce 5 different types of water. Okay, the first water is pH of 8.5, which is the minimum pH from the Kangen water, which is a drinkable for homes, for everybody in the home. From a child of 1 year and above can join you in drinking. So once we install the machine, we said put the setting first on 8.5 for the first 1 week. The reason for that is because you have been drinking water that is not in alkaline in content, that usually a neutral, because what they put all water to be neutral, simply because they know that getting water being alkaline is through chemical, which you are going to also discuss about it. Just sit back and listen to what I'm talking about. Now, but this one is a natural one. Okay, so we are introducing it to your body cell gradually, so that your body will not start fighting back over it. So you start for the first week after installation in your house, 8.5. Then in another 1 week, you move to 9.0, then you move to 9.5. So this is how By the time you get to the 3rd week, then everybody in the home will land a 9.5. So through that, you won't feel anything in your body system. So the next one is clean water. Clean water is a neutral, which is 7.0. What for? Cooking, baby that is breastfeeding from from the day birth up to 9 months to 10. Once the baby started eating normal food, then you can step the baby to Kangen water. Another thing is taking medication is 7.0. We are not allowed to use Kangen water to take medication because of the micro capabilities of Kangen water. It's micro, it hydrates the body faster and it penetrates the body cell faster. So it also penetrates the drugs faster. And that might change the doctor prescription. So that's why we said use neutral water, which water that contains no chemical. It will also help the drugs to work better in your body with 7.0. So the next water is beauty water, which is for skin. Now, how do you get beauty water? You could get beauty water by pressing this button, or you could get beauty water once you click Kangen water, any of the pH that is coming out from the front upper hose, the secondary hose, which will come out under the machine, which is a byproduct of the water coming out from the Kangen, which is not consumable, but is the best water for your skin. Chlorine is off, bacteria is off, but the pH is 5.5 to 6 pH, which is acid because our skin is acid. That's why when you taste your sweat, it's salty. Okay, so because we release toxin out of our body skin. All right, so this water pH of acid of 5.5 to 6 pH is a fantastic pH for your skin that will moisturize your skin, that takes away wrinkles out of your look so that you can be looking beautiful and also looking more handsome if you're a guy. So that's is the way you get your beauty water. And beauty water is also fantastic for your garden, your environment. Okay, that your field, that your flower you have, best water. To bathe your pet in the home, beauty water is fantastic for them. To also give your pet water to drink, Kangen water is also fantastic for them. Either you have fowl or you have dogs, any pet, cat, and all that, Kangen water is the best for them. Next is last button, which is called Strong Kangen Water 11.5, which once you click the last button, what come out from here is a high 11.5, which is not suitable for regular drink, but for emergency sake, 11.5 can rescue that child or that man or that woman that have any form of, emergency in terms of health, before you can now rush the person to hospital. 11.5 can rescue someone that having attack of asthmatics, which is asthma. Okay, just get a glass cup of 11.5 at that point and let the person drink. You see the wonder, even though when the inhaler is not easily to access, or any form of emergency, 11.5 can help. Also, people with cancer, they need a little introduction of 11.5 into their body, and why 2 to 3 liters of regular 9.5 every day for their water protocol for people that have cancer to help them. Okay, so only on that we recommend. Now, 11.5 is actually used mainly for your food that you are cooking in the kitchen. Your rice, your beans, your vegetables, you need to soak them in 11.5 to get rid of pesticide, herbicide. Here we are talking about your health and your food and also your water. But 11.5 will help you to get rid of all the pesticide. Are you aware that they are putting snipers on beans now? And that's why you don't see weevils in beans anymore. All these chemicals, contribute also to the state of our health. And that is why Kangen machine is a must own in every homes, and also in hospital, and also in offices where people are drinking water. But in your home, you can also use 11.5 to remove chemicals and cook your beans without any form of chemical. As a matter of fact, you don't need prayer pot to cook your beans anymore. Once you have Kangen machine in your home, use a regular pot once you have soaked it in 11.5. So once you are getting 11.5 from this hose, the secondary hose under the machine will give you 2.5, which is called strong acid water 2.5. And is one of the reasons why Kangen machine is used in hospital in Japan, because 2.5 is used to to sterilize surgical equipment. So all these 5 water is what we are going to discuss tonight. So let's go. So we're going to start from the Kangen water, which is the one we are drinking. Remember, Kangen water we are drinking has active hydrogen. And under active hydrogen, we have antioxidant, we have anti-aging, and we also have negative ORP. So we're going to start from the negative ORP. Now, because the water is anti-oxidation, meaning oxidation is not present, meaning it's not a rotting water, okay? Because we're going to talk more about oxidation for us to have understanding. That's why it's called antioxidant. And antioxidant is needed in our body on a daily basis to stop, cancerous cells being active, to stop oxidation stress in our cell. And that will make the water to become antioxidant or anti-aging because oxidation is not present. And that's why you see the lady is looking beautiful and age is in a distance. So meaning you slow down aging when you consume more of antioxidant. That's why you see people with the cancer, they recommend it with the higher vitamin C that contain more of antioxidant. Okay, so now when you talk about oxidation, it's something that present in our environment, in the air, that you cannot see physically, and it affects everything around us. It affects our physical body skins. It affects our food. It affects our water. Okay, that is why you see when you give an apple a bite, within a 10-15 minutes, it becomes brown. To tell you that the environment is highly toxic, because we contribute to that. When you are on a generator and you are running a car that is bringing out a lot of carbon emissions, this also affect the environment, that also affects in our body system also. So that is one of the ways to know oxidation present. Another thing is a fresh tomato. A mother will cook a healthy meal from that. Once tomato become rotten, that is oxidation present. So what happens? You separate that rotten tomato from the fresh tomato. That is oxidation. But when it comes to water, in apple and tomato, you know, but when it comes to water, you cannot know. Because in water, when water moves from fresh to oxidation present, it doesn't change taste, color, or smell. That's why we say living tissue plus oxidation is equal to sickness. That is, if the water you are drinking is oxidation present, then you are simply, in the longer run, disease will begin to take place because you begin to build acid in your body system. And when the acid become higher, it becomes acid reflux, which will lead to ulcerative, that will lead to arthritis, rheumatoid disease, even diabetes. Everything begin to come up. Body begin to get moved to the sickness side. Now, to check oxidation in water or anything liquid, you need ORP meter, a meter which we order from Amazon called ORP. It could be a negative text or positive text. Minus text means a reading of the number from the meter is showing minus before the number, and the positive means reading of numbers without a minus is silent plus. So you can see your tap water, your beauty water, your bottled water. All bottled water are positive water, whether it is coming from swamp or coming from any other spring water that is bottled. As long as the water is bottled, it comes with the, like a normal water that you have in productions, okay? So all your sugar drinks, all these drinks leads or, makes the body to be highly oxidized, all right? So, but like if you have your fruit being blended, because what makes general nutrient in fruits is called antioxidant. That is why you see, when you collect that fruit or that mango, that banana, and you blend into smoothie and use this meter to read it, it will give you negative. Okay? Likewise, you see vitamin C, you can see it's also antioxidant. That's why it's recommended for people with cancer to help them to fight the cancerous cells that is so, a dominant in their body cell that is affecting their health state. So a glass cup of Kangen water in millivolts range of oxidation minus is 400 and above. That is why it reduces oxidative stress in the cell. So I have a video that will give us more knowledge about this. So sit back and watch. So we have so many water here that is present. 1, is a tap water. The next one is reverse osmosis water. There are people that have reverse osmosis in their body, in their buildings. Now, the other one is mineral water, which is very expensive water. And Avena is also a mineral water. Mainly, it could be, if you are checking the oxidation, all are positive. Sugar drinks, this one represents sugar. Either your beer, your soft drinks, either more, any form of sugar artificial drinks that is having sugar artificial. That is what that is representing. So they are all the same color of water, colorless. Now, this is the oral pin meter, which can check whether the liquid is positive oxidation or negative minus. So look at the first one, the tap water, your building water. The next one is reverse osmosis, meaning go through filtration and reverse was helped to bring out the mineral content. The next one is another mineral with water. Okay. Now look at sugar. Between water and drink and sugar, do you see the difference? Very, very high oxidations. But look at Kangen water. The fresh water there is only one that's reading negative, and that negative is what the healing that your body needs, is what is lacking in the regular water you are drinking all this while, and why you easily ask malaria, fever, typhoid, and all those stuff, because it doesn't affect your immunity. It doesn't build your immunity. But once you started drinking water that is negative, you started building a strong healing systems in your body. You know, this healing is deposited in our body systems. And that's why when you are a baby, when you are still small, your body heals naturally. But as you are growing in age, it depletes because it doesn't, you are supposed to supply it in from your food intake or from your water you are drinking. But because we don't have access to it, so it begins to deplete. That's why you see when you are growing up, it becomes so difficult for your body to heal. So it's already present in Kangen. And this negative also help transportation of the water into your cell faster, because where you actually need the water is in your cell, because every food you consume is made by the cell. The nutrient need to get to the cell, but water usually help to transport them. That's why you see when you get access to Kangen water, you are not only, benefit only for the water alone, but every food you begin to consume, it begins to help your body system to heal, to get access to the nutrient in the cell, because one, this negative help the transportation of the water faster into your cell so that the body can make use of it. Thank you. Then you are drinking water that is negative, it stops anything that has to do with cancerous cells. Cancerous cell becomes a serious problem once they see this negative, because when you fresh it in a day, you can see the reading, sometimes 500, 600, 700, 800. The higher of it in the negative side, the better for the body system. So every other water, they don't have any life. It's only Kangen water that have the good oxygen that body actually needed. Now, antioxidant value in a glass cup of Kangen water versus antioxidant present in fruit. In banana, you need to eat 94 to equate a glass cup of Kangen water. You know that it's not actually possible for anyone to eat that much of banana, but a 1 or 2 stick of banana with a 2 or 3 glasses of Kangen water, your body is already fantastic. So the second property is called anti-aging, is called alkaline. All right. When you talk about alkaline, doctors usually frank about people getting access to alkaline water. That's why you see WHO or World Health Organization says, let your water be neutral. Because to get water alkaline, usually through chemicals. It's through induction. By adding lime into the water, it becomes alkaline, or baking soda into the water become alkaline, or call the guy that treats the water to treat your water after pumping into the tank to increase the dose of the water. All that is chemicals. Or getting alkaline bottle. We had a presentation during the week with one of my leader in client house. He bought a bottle. They call it alkaline bottle. He has about 3. So, and he said when you pour water, after 10 minutes, become alkaline. Immediately brought it out. I also talk about it in my presentation. So immediately brought it out, I said that it's usually expired. But whether it's expired or it's still working, it is an induction because it doesn't separate the water. So once you pour water and you're also removing water, it only step up the pH is an artificial pH. As a matter of fact, it's an artificial pH. So when you drink it, it is your body, your kidney that will break the water down pH, that will break the water down to a smaller unit before your cell can receive that water. So that's why you see doctors as being frowned about it, telling you not to go to alkaline level, remain at neutral. But Japan was able to get this technology in 1974, and by separations that happen to the water, the molecule structures of the water has been breaking to a smaller unit, and that made the water to become automatic alkaline. And that's why it becomes so safe. Meaning, when you drink it, according to Dr. Danny says, less than 30 seconds, the water will hit your cell. Meaning, your organ does not need to break the water down. Your kidney does not have any business. Rather, it helps the kidney to work perfectly to be able to, to break down things, other food that you are taking into your body system. So, to check pH in water, you need potential hydrogen liquid and the shards. Shards start from 0 and 14. Middle of it is 7, meaning any water that shows green is neutral. Any water that shows light green is acid, yellow, orange, red. Red from everything from below 7 is acid. For a longer time, you are building acid tissues that can lead to disease. So anything above is alkaline. So I also have another video that will help us on this. So let's sit back and watch. You also get more knowledge about this. So we have the water. Same water we had the other time in the first text. So this is the pH tested. So a little drop of the water in this drop of this liquid in this water, the water color begins to change. You can see now, you can see the water now. Okay, the Beauty and Avena, they are chemically infused. That's why you see it's on alkaline level. But the alkaline there is not as high as the one we have in Kangen water. Meaning that one is not safe for your body to drink. But immediately you drink Kangen water, something begins to change. First, Kangen water will flush your tissues to make it alkaline so that your body begins to heal. That's what you are seeing. Physically, you cannot see, but it's happening right now in this demonstration that it begins to flush your acid that you have built over the years to alkaline so that your body can naturally begin to heal itself. What sugar drink? Sugar will not change, because the acidity content there is very, very high. So you need a larger volume numbers of Kangen water to be able to flush it into a neutral. Now, a cup of sugar drink into your healthy body, what did you notice? Everything is back to acid to tell you that sugar is actually main thing that is actually destroying our body system. The only water here that is natural in alkaline, without any additive, without any additions, is Kangen water, which is the safer one that can heal your body. So any other food, after it helps you to flush out the acid, then any food you consume, your body begins to enjoy it. Whether your fruit, your drugs, or your supplement, your body begins to access the good one, and the bad one will be flushing out of the system, which we are going to talk about in the next presentation, the next modules. Okay, so let's look at this. And there is a research done by a doctor over acid, the importance of alkaline, and why we don't need to build acid in our visual. The name of the doctor is called Dr. Otto Eric Warburn. He did a research in 1923 and won a Physiology Nobel Prize in 1931 in his works. He proved that the metabolism of tumor, he demonstrated that all forms of cancer are characterized by two basic conditions, which is acidosis and hypoxia. And the meaning of hypoxia is lack of oxygen. The lack of oxygen you are seeing in the regular water, which is positive, is you are seeing it present in Kangen water. Meaning when you have, oxygen into your body system, then acidosis will disappear. So lack of it will build acid, and acid makes what? Cancerous cell to spread. That's why you see people that have cancer, their tissue is acid. So it now say deprive a cell 35% of oxygen within 48 hours, those cells could be cancerous. That's why I tell people, when you change your water to Kangen water, you don't know what you have done to your body cell. You don't know what you have done to your body echo system by changing just your water to Kangen water. There's another doctor that did a research. His name is, I want to remember his name, Regner Bart. He talks about the full balanced diet that we need on a daily basis to be able to prevent our body from disease. And he said that you need 80% alkaline food and 20% acid food to maintain daily diet. We all know that most of our consumption of food are acid, carbohydrate. The water we are drinking, those are not giving the right kind of body balanced diet that we needed. That is why you need to change your Kangen water to, change your regular water to Kangen water so that you can begin to build a healthy ecosystem, not just for you alone, for your entire families. Like in my house, my second child is a boy, Emmanuel, is AA. Do you know that in schools in Bowen, is in a year 4 in Bowen. Now, right now they are home. Anytime this guy is house that is drinking Kangen water, he doesn't have any malaria. But once he get back to school, less than 1 month to 1.5 months, he will call me that daddy, I'm in hospital. He will be treating malaria most of the time. So, but having Kangen machine in my house builds strong immunity for him anytime he's around. So the same thing happened to you, because whatever struggle we are doing, whatever money we want to make, we don't want to be spending our money in hospital all the time. That's why it's not just about you, it's also your entire family that need to have this Kangen machine so that you can build your strong immunity. And at the end of the day, you see that you'll begin to save money because you no longer buy those other water. You don't buy seaway, you don't buy bottled water again. You have water bags that represent mud pot that you can be fetching your Kangen water to take it to the office. So that's why we said it is a campaign that everybody needs to have access to be able to save. I also going to talk about in-out finance at the end of the presentation, how you can own Kangen machine by using our in-house finance to get your Kangen machine. So you don't have to pay the whole bunch chunk of the money to own the Kangen machine. Now, the last property, which is called microcluster, is talking about small water cluster that lead to easy, faster absorption to human body system. Because human body need more of water, is 70% is made up of the whole your body system. That's why you see the statistics of water in the organs, you can see them. But I like to talk about 2 factors why you need your water to be micro. 1, supply channel of nutrient. Where do you get nutrient? From every food you consume, from every drugs or whatever thing you are consuming to your body system, there is a little amount of nutrient there that the body needed to function on. But do you know that the water you drink after will determine whether the nutrient will get into your cell or stuck in your colon as a waste? Now, the second is detox, channel of waste out of the system. We're also getting waste from the same food you consume, the drugs, everything you consume. A larger portion of, according to Dr. Romishina says that do you know that your body only needs that bulk of food you are eating is just about 0.5% of it is nutrient that body needs. So the remaining part of it is a shaft that's stuck in your colon. That's why they say death is in the colon. So if you can be able to help your body to drink water that is micro, then you'll be having regular bowel movement so that you don't stock up food. He also said that sometimes you eat the food that it takes 2 years stuck in your colon. So you need to drink water that is micro to help your body to release toxic, to release, easy your bowel. So micro clustering is talking about better hydration that lead to, elimination of toxics. Because most of the time our body cry of we are in dehydration form. That's why you see you crave for cold water. That's why you see you crave for soft drinks. We all know that in chemistry, regular water is H2O. It's in form of ball. Physically, you cannot see it, but it's in round form of ball. So that is about close together in 15 to 20. That's why it's making it more difficult for absorption to happen. That's why you feel when you drink water, it becomes bloated in your tummy, which you don't even need water there because in your tummy is acid. Acid helps faster metabolisms in anything that goes in. So you don't need water there. Water should go to your cell as you consume. We cannot go because the molecule is too larger. So the same water go through Kangen machine and Kangen break it down. It's like, let me use an example. Like I said, water is a ball, like a orange ball. Now, what Kangen water does to the water is that to break down the molecule of H2O to a smaller unit of H2O. Like you take a piece of orange ball and you cut to like 20 pieces. So you can easily swallow it in. That's just its principle. So it becomes so easy for faster absorption to help your body to release toxic, to help your body to evacuate waste in your colon. That's why you see when you drink Kangen water, you begin to have faster bowel movement because of the micro nature of it. So let's watch the last demonstration on the micro. To check microness in Kangen water, you need to use tea bags. Tea is representing our body cell, and to make tea, you need to boil the water. At boiling state, the water is micro. That's why you can bruise the tea. But here, Kangen is not being boiled. Watch what happens to the tea without being boiled, but the tea is coming out, meaning it penetrates the cell faster. While regular water is still struggling. That's why you feel the bulkiness of the water in your tummy because it's too larger. You don't get the water into yourself. But wash the nutrient supplies to your body cell. That's what we want to do the next one. It's sharing the same tea into two, but the water you drink after that food. So whether the nutrient will be destroyed or will multiply. Wash Kangen water. Same tea, Kangen multiply it, but the regular water destroy it. So this is the reason why you need to change your water to Kangen water, so that every food you are consuming, body will get more nutrient to your cell that is needed. And this is the main key of Kangen water. The first property, antioxidant, will get into your cell. The second property, which is alkaline, will also help to flush out acidity out of your body system so that you can have a healthy body. This is how the Kangen water works in your body system. Okay? So now, what I'm presenting is not just a theory that have not been tested by professional or approved by professional. All the doctors, they are all in US. First, we want to talk about Dr. Romishinya. He is a co-inventor of colonoscopy. Colonoscopy is a procedure where they put camera from your back end to access to your colon and watching the screen to be able to do whether they do, evacuation or surgery to help you if the colon is collapsing or, polite or whatever. So he's a co-inventor of that procedures. And also we have Dr. Romishinya write a book called Enzyme Factor and Enzyme, everything about enzymes and blah, 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 about 4 books before he died, about 6 years ago. We're going to check his books. Another one is Bob G. Wright. He's not a doctor, but he is a director of American Anti-Cancer Institute. So he writes a book called Killing Cancer, Not People. Another one is Dave Carpenter, which is a naturopathic doctor. His book is called Change Your Water, Change Your Life. He wrote that book specifically. His experience in Kangen water and also treatment and testimony is in that book. If you need it, you can send it. The PDF file of that book for you. We also have Peggy Parker who writes the treatment, how you can use Kangen water to treat all manner of diseases in your body systems, whether your outer body or internal body systems and all that. So we also have that book, but the other one, the Romishinya book, and this you can order it from Amazon or we can get the Romishinya book, but the Killing Cancer is on Amazon. You can get it on Amazon. Even Enzyme Factor is also on Amazon, and also Change Your Water. But we have Change Your Water, we can set for you that in PDF file and all that. So let's check the books and see what it said. Now, G. Wright on this chapter 13 of this book says, step 3 of the cancer diet, restructures ionizer water could save your life. Could save your life, those that have cancer. On page 158, it said, I believe that ionizer water is mandatory baseline requirement for those with cancer. On page 168, it said, if I were looking for electrolyte unit today, I would choose SZ501 made by Energy Company, simply the Rolls Royce of water ionizer, Kangen water, been in business for 30 years because the book is written, 20 years to 21 years ago. Okay, that's why he's saying that because Kangen water now, Kangen machine now is over 51 years right now. Now, you can see he's talking about giving it a name. He says it's a Rolls Royce of water ionizer, meaning we have others out there. Okay, others out there are trying to copycat this technology, but they can't get it. So if it's not Kangen, it is not Kangen. All right. So you can see he has even put the price there and also like that so that you can have idea of what it is. Okay. So on page 170, it said, I have no financial interest in an energy company, nor do I receive remuneration for my recommendation. Meaning, it's not being paid for all these things that is putting in the book. It's just putting the experience for people to have access to it so that if you are sick, there is still life after that sickness. All you need to do is this, change your diet and also change your water to Kangen water. Then you have your healings will be permanent. Okay? Dr. Romishinya, he is a professor of surgery in Abasin College of Medicine, New York. Chief endoscopy, meaning endoscopy from the mouth to get access to the internal system. Is he also part of that procedures? So on the enzyme factor, which he wrote, is on the page 159, said Kangen water is alkaline rich water, which is ranked between 8 to 9 and is considered the very best of drinking water because of its incomparable power of hydration, detoxification, and antioxidation. The 3 properties with the address. So here is other books he wrote, but about 6-7 years ago, he passed on at the age of 86 years old, but his legacy lives on. So testimony of Romishinya on inflammation. Inflammation means too much of acid, then you have arthritis or rheumatoid and all that. So 3 months on diet and also drinking Kangen water, the result is amazing. This one with a breast cancer and chronic constipation, you can see a lot of deposit in the colon. In 3 months of being on diet and also running through taking Kangen water, the system is clean. See someone with a chemo, meaning, he has a cancer is running through chemo. And you can see how chemo kill both the good and the bad cells of the body systems and leave it burnt. That's why it's black. But 3 months of diet and also running through Kangen water, you can see the result is amazing. So here is the first testimony that we experienced, that we run through this, our sisters, that helps her body system. She was having a cancer which spread all over her body, and she already gone through 6 pounds of chemo in Elysian, what do you call it, hospital. Okay, this what do you call it, Bangkok teaching hospital in Elysian. All right. So, and that was the month of May 2022. So it was August that a friend gave her a call to come. Then we are still having running Kangen mesh water in Maryland. Then we've not have Kangen office in Nigeria. So she came, and after telling the guy, the white guy that's addressing, that she had a cancer and he has finished a dose of chemo, but things are not okay with her. She couldn't sleep. She couldn't walk. She's having a lot of low energies and all that. Eating also is a lot of problems. So Simon said, let's give her 11.5. Give her a glass cup. 10-15 minutes, we started giving her the 9.5. Started gushing. Less than 45 to 50 minutes, she started stooling, peeing, and vomiting, meaning process of detox has begun in her body. So 5 weeks, you can see how she looks now. She can walk. She was even on high heel that day. I snapped this photograph in Radisson Blue in GRA Keja. So this is 9 months after. She's looking very, very healthy. So you can go on Google and ask, drink out of Kangen. You see Obama, you see all these great people, even Donald Trump, CR7, so many people, Kevin Hart, and so many sport guys, they are having Kangen machine in their home. Now, this is a machine. Level Look SZ501 produce 5% water. I've talked about the clean water for babies, for medication, and also for cooking. That's 7.0. Beauty water is another one we're going to talk about, because ladies, you need to have machine in your home to use water that has no chlorine to be bathing, because chlorine too also affect your skin. Now, you can also have an Anespa.
An Anespa shower machine and experience what true health and hydration looks like on your body, skin, and hair.
To your bedroom,
we cannot wait for you to experience your first Anespa shower.
Why your water goes
like
to either hot or cold,
so
can
I
go
use the
to
Anespa because
an Anespa machine. You only produce
and it
water
also
for
adds
bathing.
other minerals.
So
it's
you
like
have
having
your
a Japanese hot
experience
spring
of
in
bath
your
water.
It's a bit different, but it's made from the same great Japanese company.
And this is an Anespa.
And while I'm showering,
Okay,
I
so
really
it's
feel like
fantastic.
I'm
So
in a
let's
hot-
see the result of beauty water from Kangen machine and also an Anespa shower water. It's moisturize your skin and nourish the skin and keep your skin, moisturizing, and you see age becomes a distance. All right, how life will look like if you can keep your skin when you are baby to adulthood. So change your water, change your life. So number 4, 11.5 is not a water that is regular for drink, but for emergency sake, a glass cup will be okay for you. Now, 11.5 is basically used to remove pesticide and herbicide from farm produce. That your vegetables, that your beans, that your rice, that your apple, that your pepper, you can soak it a little time and remove, and now use a regular water to wash and cook your food with 7.0. And also, let's look at how the farm is being, cultivate farm. Growing the crops in the farm. One, they spread a lot of pesticide, herbicide, which they usually use oil-based, because farmers know that oil and water don't mix. That's why they use oil-based. So that after spraying the farm, if the rain now fall thereafter, the chemical will not be washed by the rain. That's why they use oil-based. Now, after coming back to harvest the crops, the chemicals already penetrate into the fruit, and we get it from the market and eat, and also contributing gradually to the state of our health. Remember, your health system is an accumulation of what you do on a daily basis in a longer time that begin to obstruct your state of your health being. That's why you are responsible for your health. So let's watch a video that will help us how 11.5 can help. Now, this is a sesame oil. So we want to check how, oil and water don't mix, but regular water and 11.5. If you have the Kangen water, then see, let's have it here. Regular water cannot dissolve the oil. So oil stay afloat. So if you use regular water to wash your fruit or your vegetables, you cannot remove anything. But wash 11.5. 11.5 is very, very micro, so it has the power to emulsify, to break both the oil and water and mix it together. You can't separate it anymore. So you can use the same formula to soak your beans, your rice. That beans that have been using sniper, that's why you don't see weevils in things anymore. Soak it in 11.5 from Kangen machine, just a click of a button. You can get it. So easy to operate and so easy to use. So now, regular water in that farm produce, Kangen water 11.5. My brother, my sisters, you see the reason why you need to have Kangen machine there in your kitchen and save your family from all manner of chemicals and all that. Regular water cannot penetrate. The same water you pour, same we are removing. Nothing can be removed. But wash 11.5 from this tomato. What you are seeing here is not a tea, is the pesticide, herbicide, the oil-based chemical that farmers have used in spraying to the farm is already out. So that tomato now, if you taste it now fresh, you see that it gives you a sweetened taste. While the other one will be very sour taste. Why? Because the chemical is also already affect the formations of the fruit. If it is not safe to breathe, how can it safe to eat? The guy spraying dangerous chemical and protect himself against this chemical from touching his body. But why the food that human being will eat is spraying the chemical? God will help us and God will judge. Okay, so now these are the, so the last water, as you click the last button, you are getting 11.5, which you have done the demonstration. So the last water is called strong active water, 2.5. Like I said, 2.5 is one of the reasons why they use 11 Kangen machine in the hospital in Japan, because 2.5 used to sterilize surgical equipment. 2.5 is very punk acid, but very safe for so many things to be using it in a house, in a family. Number one, you can use it as a hand sanitizer. You can use it to wash your hand. In Dubai, during COVID, was certified as a hand sanitizer for saving people from passing up the viruses. Now, you can also use it to sterilize your beans, your rice or whatever thing you want to, okay? Even that, when you bring that like the vegetable, you can first soak it in 2.5. Yes, good. To just remove whatever bacteria in the body, then you can also soak it in 11.5 to remove the chemicals. Then you can begin to cut, then you can cook. Now, 2.5 can be used to mop the floor, can be used to spray to the air, can be used to clean your computer, your phones, okay, your glasses. You know, this phone we are pressing, a lot of viruses are there. But just spray a little bit and use clothes to clean it. All this will be off. Another thing is you wake up in the morning, you have bad breath. You can use 2.5 to goggle your mouth or tooth aching, or you have sweat through. 2.5 is fantastic. Okay. And also, if you have any skin disease, or you can use 2.5 to help your garden. You know, when you are spraying, when there is some things that is eating up the crops, okay, like you can spray 2.5 on it. I have a lot of video in my system that they use 2.5 to spray the farm, okay, to remove, to get rid of all those things that hit the crop that's not allowing them to grow. Why you now begin to spray 2.5 to help the growth of the soil, to help the soil to be able to grow the crops. So a lot of ways of using it. So let's see 2.5 also on the skin issues. This one with eczema, 2.5 in 2 weeks, the body restore. But at this point, you need to be drinking 9.5 to take care of the internal body. Why do you only take care of the external body? Okay. This one with psoriasis before and after. This man suffered psoriasis for good 15 years and he worked in General Hospital in Kota Kinabalu. Kota Kinabalu is an island about 2 hours flight from outside Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I've once been there. Now, you can see the skin, how it looks like. 60 days of spraying 2.5 and drinking 9.5 to take care of the internal, why this take care of the external. This lady is a Suzanne, is a Singaporean, okay, and look at what 2.5, I mean, what psoriasis have done to her and reduce her self-esteem. But in 2 months, you can see the smile on her face. So a lot of award, a lot of recognitions on Kangen machine technology, but we'd like to talk about 3 certificates. Ministry of Health in Japan certified Kangen machine with this certificate as a medical device technology. ISO, International Standard Organization, certified with 13,485. The same certification given to all medical equipment in hospital. So Kangen machine also have it. So that means it is a medical, equipment that can be used both in hospital and also in a home. In US, when this video entered New York in 2003, Water Quality Association of the United States of America give a gold seal on this machine and they put USA. You think it's made in US? No, it's made in Okinawa, Japan. That's why we have our factory. So this is the machine and all the water that I produce for your use. So it is a medical device, not just a water purifier, because no water purifier will do this. So you don't call it water purifier. You don't call it water alkaline water. You call it ionized alkaline water. Because when you say alkaline water, it can be induced alkaline. So you need to specify and differentiate it. It is called ionized alkaline, or better, call it Kangen water. Thank you for that. So this is a factory in Okinawa that will be producing Kangen machine since 1974 till date, still producing and supplying to all over the world. Do you see value in my presentation? If you do, please go to the chat box and type value. Go to the chat box and type value. Now, this is the first machine, or this is the biggest machine we have in Nigeria. It's called K8. Fantastic, designed for the elite. And it has a touch screen. It has 8 titanium plates, and it speaks 10 different languages. You can change it to Japanese, French, Portuguese, and so on and so forth. So it's really fantastic and all that, and very, very easy to operate. Okay? And the value is 6,235,000 naira. Okay? Minimum lifespan use is 30 years. Any of our model that you buy is minimum lifespan is 30 years. Meaning in 30 years, you are just starting to use. And it has a maintenance program, which I will do justice to that. Then from the date of purchase, 5 years on warranty, including the parts and labor. For example, there was a lady who brought a machine from US, because this particular machine has a lighting auto controller system. So she brought machine from US, which US is 110, Nigeria is 210. So meaning if you bring any equipment from US to Nigeria, you have to use a step up to step it up to 220. So she brought other brand, which is not this one, which is the next one, which I'm going to say he brought this machine to Nigeria, and this one is 220. It doesn't have auto lighting controller like this one. If this one I brought from US, it can use in Nigeria, because this one will change the light immediately. Okay, but this one is in US is regular. Okay, meaning it has to use 110. So bring it to Nigeria, you need to use a step up. So she plugged into the light, and immediately the machine blew. So she brought it to the Energy office. Okay, she brought it. They want to install it in her room in the hotel she lodged. So she brought it to the Energy office. I was there that day. It's one of our leaders from US. Okay, And immediately he said, madam, you're not supposed to plug it. You're supposed to use a step up to step up the light, because Nigeria uses 220. Says is not aware of it. Okay. They couldn't collect an ID. They checked the machine in the system. They said your warranty expired a year ago. He said yes, that she has been using for over 6 years. They said you have to pay for the power. So she used 450 to rectify. And then the warranty is still on. She will have changed the power with 0 naira. Both labor, she'll just bring it and change the Jikara machine. So that just it. So warranty is really fantastic. And that's why we said you buy the machine on your name, then the machine is coded your name, so that anytime the security is already attached to you. So this one is called Level Look SZ501 Platinum. It speaks 5 language, but platinum is 7 plate. Okay. So the value is 5,160,000. 5-year warranty, also 30 years minimum lifespan use. You can pick this. Another fantastic one is Level Look SZ501. Okay, this one is SZ501, but just SZ501, not P. The other one is PLT. This one is SZ501. Okay, this one speak only 1 language, and it has 7 plate, the same mechanism with the other one, but only 1 language, which is English. So if you are French, it will be programmed on you on French. So, and the value is 4,837,500. This is what I have in my kitchen here. Okay, so also 5-year warranty, 30 years also minimum lifespan. So you can pick any of these. Then we have another one which is called Junior. Junior doesn't speak, but it will write. All of them write and speak, but only Junior doesn't speak. So it's 4,085,000. So you can pick it also. Fantastic. You also enjoy it. 5-year warranty. Minimum lifespan is also what? 30 years. So Anespa DX is 3,870,000 naira. Only 3 years warranty. Okay. You can also pick Anespa with your Kangen machine. But if you know you don't have the money to go for the 2, go for first Kangen machine, then later buy Anespa. But if you have the money, I advise you pick the 2. Make Anespa to be a gift for your wife. You know, women like to look beautiful, so you can use it. Because I was in one of my clients' house yesterday, because she give her wife, she give to the wife Anespa on their wedding day. That was last year. So after a year, I went there to do a general checking of the machine to maintain 1 year maintenance on the services, which I did. Okay. So the woman said, the man said that they'll be enjoying the machine, and also the Anespa is working fantastic. So that's how it is. So you can also use it as a gift. So all that I've spoken or that I've discussed is what we're having here. So here we have the bank account. If you are ready to pick up your machine, please pick it and screenshot or do the transfer on this account of Energy. Distributor is not allowed to use his bank account to collect. So once you do the transfer, what we need from you as a distributor is your proof of payment and your data. Then any of your ID, we need it. It could be photo of your passport side or NIN or any of your ID. Driver license is okay. Then email address, phone number, and your physical address. Then date of birth. Then we possess your machine, and your machine will be delivered. Then we now fix for installation time. Then we help you to install. Now, this is the installation or the finance, in-house finance. Now, why did the company have in-house finance? The reason is this: Energy vision is that they want more homes, every home to have Kangen machine. They knew that not everybody will be able to afford even the smallest of it, which is 4,085,000 naira. But if they can actually, if you value your health, you can program yourself. So if you make a deposit of 1.8 million or 1.75 for 3 months of SZ501 or Junior, you can have it. Once you made that 4 payment, then you can spread it over 3 months, 6 months, or 10 months. And the charge is just 13,000 every month of any of the program that you pick. So with this, you have your machine, so that when more people have it, more news of the machine will go around the town, and more people will begin to also place order for their machine. So in brief, we have another technology, which is our, it was launched last year, but it was launched this year in Energy Nigeria. It's called MGAD. This particular one suppresses high frequency electromagnetic noise from every electronics, from your lighting, your computer, your TV, your fridge, all this emit a high radiation that is also affecting our health and also affecting our environment. So you need to have your M-Guard. M-Guard is 2,365,000 naira. You can have your M-Guard and install it. It covers 8-meter radius, okay, and it's only it only suppress the bad radiation. You know, we have good radiation. Good radiation is electric radiation. Good radiation is internet radiation. That is blue one. The electric one is black. Why the waste of the two, the blue and the blue and the black, the waste of them is red, which is the one that is affecting our health. So the more gadget you have in your house, the more you are exposing your body to radiation, and gradually is affecting, is also carcinogenous. So this M-Guard can be a saver. It just like it looks like your power bank. Just saw it there. It covered. Like as I'm talking to you right now, I have it on because I have my own M-Guard. Okay. So this is what we have for you. I believe you really enjoy it. Thank you and God bless you. Please, the floor is open for question and answer. So please, I want to open the floor for you. So if you have any questions, there are things that I said that you want to get clarification, or you have a health issue and you want how can help Kangen machine, Kangen water helps you, please unlock the floor and ask your question. Thank you and God bless you. I remain yours sincerely, Adeyemi Fa Committee. I believe you really enjoy the presentation.